Good evening and welcome to another Unpopular Reviews. It's me, your favorite part-timer, the Next Doctor, and we are here to review the first in the series of The Hunger Games. Now, this is a very interesting series, and for me, I read the books before I saw the movies, so seeing the movies, definitely a great perspective, and we're definitely going to get into it. So, let's start the show.
Primrose Everdeen.
I volunteer as tribute.
And so it was decreed that each year the 12 districts of Panem shall offer up in tribute one young man and woman between the ages of 12 and 18 to be trained in the art of survival and to be prepared to fight to the death.
They just want a good show. That's all they want.
There's 24 of us, Cal. Only one comes out.
All right. Now, we're definitely going to get into this, but obviously, since I'm your favorite part-timer, I can't do this alone. So we're going to bring in the rest of the team. And here we are, executive consultant, as always, Mike, bringing in, and first time working with me, Amira. Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hunger Games. Synopsis. Starts off. We're talking about there's been some kind of a conflict, a war. We see that there's some document that talks about all of these different districts got to offer up their kids, essentially, 12 to 18-year-olds. I mean, that's right off the bat, it's going to be some foul stuff when
It's crazy.
you 12 to 18-year-olds as tributes to fight to the death until there's only one. And you think about the implications of it. It's a male and a female from each district, and there's only one. So there's the potential that they've got to fight each other. People that could have grown up together would have to fight each other to the death. This is wild. And I do like that this movie, it doesn't pull any punches. It's not the most brutal, but it doesn't shy away from the killing. They really make it, poignant. And I do appreciate that, even though it is with 12 to 18-year-olds. As someone without kids, I'm looking at the perspective, outside looking in. But I can understand, you see your kids up there on the screen, battling it out. And I mean, some of them just don't make it. Most of them just don't make it. So it's kind of rough, but let's get some thoughts from the parents among us, who wants to go first there.
I think he's still eating. He has to feed that nose. So we're going to let him continue to sit down there and eat with his glasses on. We can see his whole meal right there. But you know how the tradition goes. Ooh, ladies first. Your thoughts on Hunger Games?
So, just talking about the part where the kids are fighting, that as a parent was, first of all, we didn't even think about, we thought it was we thought it started off really hard. Like that was aggressive. Like we didn't think it was going to go so hard so soon. But it was bodies everywhere. And it was surprising, even seeing it, because I've seen it a few times already. But even seeing it, even with these fresh eyes, it was like that's a lot of killing, and it's kids' bodies, and it was kind of disturbing. Yeah, now that I talk about it, it's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, they in the book they definitely didn't shy away from being descriptive of the cornucopia fight. I expected it to be brutal because I saw, but I was like, okay, maybe they'll tone it down just a skosh because it's the movies and it's kids. But the art director was like, hey, listen, we got to be true to the book, and I appreciate that. Mike, you look like you got something to say about it.
No, I just love the word skosh. for those who are not up on such words as that one. That's all. I mean, you do know this is unpopular view entertainment. I don't think our audience even knows how to spell skosh. I'm just saying. But I just my first time watching this film, and my lady over here, I know she's a fan of this movie, and I've seen this movie in my household since it's come out, and I've just never got a chance to even come around to watching it. So we got this movie chosen for this month's franchise with anticipation of the new movie coming out, and I'm finally sitting back watching this thing. I have to say it was pretty damn good. I mean, the cast in itself speaks for itself, right? When you have Jennifer Lawrence, you got what's your guy's name? That's in Julie and Juliet. I mean, Keith Sullivan's in this movie. Stanley Tucci, Liam Hemsworth, like Donald Sutherland, Woody Harrelson, like the list is, and you're seeing this, but I'm like, okay, typically if it's this kind of an ensemble cast, it has to be somewhere good somewhere, right? So as I'm watching this, and I'm just like, all right, where's this movie going to go? And you're right, like you guys said, I didn't realize. I'm like, she's supposed to be 16. I'm looking like 16 years old. How is she going to be this guy? Like, so it's pretty much at this point, I'm getting Lord of the Fly vibes. Just pitted, we get pitted against each other. So as I start to get into this film and watch this movie, I mean, I'm sitting here watching it while I'm playing the game today. I'm taking L after L after L because I'm just trying to watch this movie this afternoon. I can't even make the ish up. I'm just taking L's, because I'm so into this movie and how, in a sense, heartwarming yet disturbing. All these things involved in this movie. It's just crazy to me when you see how the world can be this way in a futuristic post-apocalyptic world, whatever you want to call it, where they're starving for food and they're making the people all be forced to watch this on national TV. So they got real lives. They're going on. I just thought this movie was just really, really good to even know as a Potter fan, call me a Potter guy. You know what I mean? I can only imagine reading these books and seeing the depth of what these books actually can do, because just flip-flopping even this scene here, but it's for the first time ever, because they're star-crossed lovers, they can win together. And then when it's them two, like, we're gonna flip the script and it's only gonna be one, you gotta have to kill each other, and just the whole thing in itself is a mind fuck. So executive consultant, your thoughts?
So, as some of the people on this panel said, they've seen the movies, they haven't seen the movies, they read the books, they haven't read the books. I read the books. I haven't seen the movie, right? But I read up on a few things. And there are a lot of things I was disappointed with because it wasn't there. Wow, there's only one person that really knows how to work that. But anyway, it wasn't there. And it disappointed your boy. It disappointed Excellence. He was upset. I want to point out some things that weren't there that just like really made me mad, And I wish James was here so I could really, really hit home with how bad this was. Okay. All right. So the first thing is,
I don't have no money for the collection plate. Okay. So
the first thing I'm going to mention that kind of like really threw off your boy was the fact that they were over there and they were really, I don't feel like they dived too much into the districts, the different districts and their strengths and what they do and everything like that. What's going on? It bothered me because the whole time I'm like, well, what's going on with all these districts? And I wanted to see the proper representation. I'm sick of just seeing Katniss. And I was looking for this guy the whole time. Never found him. Not one time did I find him. Bothered the hell out of me, right? How are you going to have a District 9 and not have him? Bothered me. So that's one thing that pissed me off, right? I don't understand. What's the problem? What's the problem? You got a problem? Okay, good. All right. Now, the other thing I was upset, the other district that was not representative, it really hits home for me because I want to see representation. I'm all about representation. And I didn't see Marion Barry anywhere, right? So District of Columbia was not represented at all. I had too much catnip. Too much catnip. Bothered me. Bothered the hell out of me. And finally, when does it end? I thought we had 24 hours before this shit ends. And it never ended. Ever.
Oh, ain't that
ever ended. What the hell, man? I don't understand. The books are way better. This movie, I don't
How do
get it.
you know? You didn't even watch the movie.
I was able
didn't
to
watch the
visualize
movie.
what happened in the movie.
That
And when
is-
I
didn't
read,
watch
I'm sorry,
the
when I
movie.
saw that he was not in it, I automatically was, it lost me, right?
I wish
But
I
then I
had-
said, at least give me some hometown representation. I expected him to come here and pull somebody's name. As long as it wasn't one of my children. Pull somebody's name.
I will say that I wish they had
You want to
gone
marry there too.
a bit more of the lore. You know, they kind of touched on it when they mentioned how, you know, don't put your name in there anymore. The food's not worth it. You know, one of the aspects of the games is the more times you put your name into the bucket to, you know, more chances of you being pulled out, but you also get more food. You get food every time you put your name into the bucket. So, you know, it was kind of an incentive. You kind of played the game. Okay, you know, as you mentioned, you saw, you know, they're really hungry, you're starving, you need extra food, you know, but that means more chances of your kids going to, you know, to war to die. So, you know, it really showed the oppression of the Capitol on all of the other districts. And I think they could have touched on stuff like that more.
You are absolutely right, Rashad. And the last thing that also upset me, because a lot of things upset me, right?
Life upsets you.
Where in the hell, why was she never turning into Rita?
And changes?
No, that's Rita Repulsa. And I was waiting for her to turn into Rita because it seemed like she was really developing a bond with Katniss Everdeen and Peter. So when she saw her boys in trouble, I expected her to send some putties. I expected her to resurrect Goldar. I expected her to do something to help out her people, and she didn't represent District 12 at all. I'm upset. I can't do it. We can't have a little commercial because I'm getting mad.
Listen, guys, we'll be right back here on Pop Review Entertainment.
I'm dropping Keith Lee.
Give our favorite thoughts, our favorite moments in the movie, what we expect from this 4-movie series, which now is 5, as the 5th movie is coming out. We'll be right back later on this week as we continue our Simp Month. We see what we got coming up.
Hi, what's your name, son? My name is Clifford, and I think you're the bestest captain in the whole wide world. Well, thank
Martin Short in his smallest role ever. Charles Grodin in his most trying performance.
I underestimated the evil one.
What is it with you and Dinosaur World? It's a sick thing!
And Mary Steenburgen. Clifford, terror has a new name, and comedy has a new face.
He fought very hard in the games, Miss Everdeen. But they were games. Would you like to be in a real war? Imagine thousands of your people dead. Your loved ones gone.
What do I need to do?
This is the 75th year of the Hunger Games. The tributes are to be reaped from the existing pool of victors.
I get to say goodbye.
So what do we do? I think these games are going to be different.
The 75th Hunger Games!
As we continue our franchise month next week, part 2 of this movie, Catching Fire. But we are back on Pop Review. I am Mike Knox, executive consultant. That is the Next Doctor. And over here, clearly, because all of us are ugly, except for me and Next Doctor, Miss Amira. So let's go ahead, ladies first. Ma'am, your thoughts of this movie, goods, likes. Did you like it? Didn't like it? What you got, Miss? What you got?
I love that movie. I love the movie. I know that y'all that read the books don't really like the movie as much, and that's fair because you got more detail and everything in the book and more elaboration. But I really enjoyed the movie just as a person who has only seen the movie. I think that the relationship, because she's such an unlikely ally, and so the relationships that she built and her protectiveness from the very beginning showed all through the movie, I think. And I think a part of that is what made her successful, her being so protective. I think it was an awesome movie. I loved it. I look forward to to watching the next one.
All right, that's one thumbs up. Next, Doctor.
You know, I will say that even though the book, as normal, has more than the movie, there's a couple of movies I've read the book for and then watched the movie, Jurassic Park, Congo. But this one was still, even though it missed some things, it was still a faithful representation of the book. And I really liked it. One of my favorite things that they talked about in the book and they captured spectacularly was the chariot ride. They set them on fire on a chariot ride. They described that in the book. And, I had one view of it in my mind, but then seeing it represented on screen was just as good, and I think they really knocked that one out the park. Also, when she twirled around with the fire on her dress, also spectacular. It's another part from the book that was a key moment. Definitely a thumbs up for me. Looking forward to seeing the rest of these.
You make me want to read the book.
Listen,
they are worth it. They
are
are
worth it. Executive consultant. I think it's your time to do what you do best, brother.
The end of beginning, the numero uno, the chances of ending. I do it again. Follow no other, I'm setting these trends, consulting.
That's fine. Feel me fire. So, let me tell you something, man. There's a few other characters I got to talk about in this one, right? Other characters.
Give it to him.
This guy, he's a hot topic. I'll call him. What's the guy that gave Thanos? No, he got pissed off with Thanos and because he killed Gamora.
Star-Lord?
Yeah, she's a Star-Lord of this franchise, right? But back in the day, we used to do the segment of Unpopular Review Entertainment. It's called Recast It, right? And this guy used to be really popular, so popular that he's still here. But I want you to see the resemblance of why I'm recasting this character with this guy, right?
Oh, God.
Because they're on the same level, right? In case you need to see the resemblance again, because I'm all about repeats. Look at that. Same character. Same guy. Straight. I'm just saying. Shout out to this one. Oh, I'm so evil. Shout out to this little girl here, right? Rue. When Rue was killed so easily, I have to say that was on the feels, man. Rue died. Was anybody else hurt by that? I was hurt by that. Let's be real. Let's be real. Get that video. I never saw any of the movie. I never saw the movie. I never read any of the books. I didn't give a damn about the books. I saw the movie. And when I saw the movies, all them 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I really just watched it because I was bored. I was like, I got nothing to do. And Rashad will say something different when I get bored. But I said, I'm going to be a good boy, and I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to watch The Hunger Games, right? And I watched The Hunger Games, and I saw this one. I said, damn, if that wasn't a good movie. It kept me captivated. I loved every single actor and actress in it. So, Peter, I liked every single actor and actress in this movie. Everybody played their character well. Woody Harrelson was a scene stealer, which she does in every single movie. Even the woman who plays Rita Repulsa, Elizabeth Banks, she did a great job. Everybody did a great job. And more importantly than that, the most important reason why this movie will get a thumbs up is because it is 20 times better than the Batman ever will be. This is one of my favorite movie franchises. I'm glad we're doing The Hunger Games. I was scared we were going to do Fast and Furious, where I would fast and furiously leave Unpopular Review for 10 weeks of reviewing that damn movie. Okay? Hunger Games. And I ate before this. I ate while we were doing this movie, as Mike had an old cell eloquently feed my nose. Okay, I say, well, you need to feed your hairline. But the reason why I did that is because I am hungry, right?
The end of beginning, the numero uno, the chances of ending. I do it again. Follow no other, I'm setting these trends, consulting.
All right, there it is. The look for me is the shock. Hey, here's the thing. I've been here about 2 years, and I still don't know when this dude is playing sometimes, and I should have known. when he said he read the books. Right? That's
Right?
the first.
That should have been a
That should
good
have been the
one.
first clue.
I didn't read no damn books.
Right. And anything we watch is going to be better than the Batman at this point. These are things we know, right? Even though I was watching that movie the other night, by the way. I think it's a great movie.
I could agree.
But damn, I did not think you would give it a thumbs up. And I have to say this as well. And people who read the books, who didn't read the books, versus, like I said, me being a Potter guy, Lord of the Rings, whatever movie, insert any book to movie, they're never going to be the same. So as fans, we have to back up off of, oh, this wasn't there, that wasn't done this way, that wasn't done this way. They're going to chop this shit out. There would be no movie if it wasn't for the book. We know that, right? So some things got to go, right? And knowing nothing about this, heard it was a book, but didn't care neither or. I had no fucks for this film at all. And my wife watches it all the time. Okay. And I've only seen this movie in pieces so much as I'm talking to her during the film. I'm saying, oh, is this going to happen? Is that what's going to happen? And it's like, I'm all wrong because I've only seen all 4 movies in pieces. This is a good film. Like you said, with watching Racine die, the whole, just when it starts off and they finally get to it, I had to pause it, Chris, doing your jobs and say, damn, it was an hour before they even got to any action. In this movie, it was like the 104 mark in the movie. I'm like,
drew you in, and Amira put it really, really well, because even during the movie, you didn't know that it was going to be as brutal as it. So when they finally got up there, they went all out immediately. To the point where you actually do feel something like, damn, I didn't know they were really going to go like this. I didn't know they were going to go hard. They hinted at it throughout the whole first part of the movie, the first whole hour. They hinted, hey, kid's going to die. They're not coming back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to say goodbyes right now? Even Woody Harrelson was like, you want me to practice to teach you how to die? Like, I don't understand. So it didn't click in your head, even though you can see it on the look on her face right now. Oh, my God, I'm never going to see you again. If you go, I volunteer to tribute. And then they go out there that she sucked up after, okay, one scene did bother me. And I'm sorry, Mike. Okay, don't rhyme me. But
that annoyed me. I'm sorry.
Katniss Everdeen, right? As much as she's one of my favorite female heroines and lead actresses in the movie franchise of all time, by far. But damn, she went from whoever Liam Hemsworth's character is, right? And I swear there was a little spark. I don't care what anybody says. There was a little spark between her and that little fashion dude, okay? Because the way they were saying goodbye to each other before she got sucked in that tube was a little too close for your boy Chris. Little too close, okay? Then she's sucking face with Peter, right? Which I want to call bestiality because that's a dog. But anyway,
this dude, for no reason am I seeing why he's the lead anything. Even the part when they're like, he's looks like he's helping them try to kill her too, because everybody wants to get her because they see that she's a marksman and all these things like this. Like, to me, like, I'm with you in the sense of Jennifer Lawrence had a bad spill in Hollywood that just derailed her career, and I think she was on that plateau. As they were saying in the wrestling business, she had the brass ring, the rocket ship was strapped to her back. She was on her way. And just unfortunately, she got, the internet got her. You know what I mean? But damn, it doesn't take away from how good of an actress she really can be in what she did in this movie to me. Yeah, and I got to give her hands up from, Silver Linings Playbook to Joy and to this series. It's like, I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen her in something that I thought she did a bad job in, and that's very good from an actress. So for me, make a long story short, thumbs up all the way. I think that's 4 thumbs up all around for this team right here. I enjoyed it.
Maybe she was a good Mystique because she played like she acted like she was trying to be Mystique, but she couldn't be Mystique. So
I actually wanted to I'm sitting here watching. I said I want to start the second one right now. That's literally how I left the movie, and I literally, when I tell you, I took L's. I'm sitting here playing Madden like this. Getting blown out, not quitting, just throwing dumb plays. Like I'm glued to the TV on this right now, watching this movie. But any final thoughts we got to hear, Miss Amira?
I look forward to watching the second one. It's going to be fun. I really enjoyed this.
Short and to the point. Next doctor, get us out of here.
Listen, this was a great one. Again, there was stuff that was missing from the book, but as the executive consultant said, when you come to the movie, you gotta shorten some stuff. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was you, Mike. You gotta shorten some stuff, and they did well, and I know they're gonna do well in the next one, and You got to be here so you can hear us talk about it.
You know, Mike did say that. I say when you go to a movie, you need to enjoy the movie. And there's some movies out there where you go and you just don't enjoy yourself. And then there are other movies where you do. So, I mean, just keep that in mind when you go to.
Why do I even open it up to you?
We see y'all next week, y'all.
Primrose Everdeen.
I volunteer as tribute.